Right.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, we need to record that for the one person that keeps popping up on YouTube and watching this recording. It's probably me when I upload it. And there's
Yeah, you get the view because you've got to watch it through.
I'm the
The
few.
upside, the
Actually, we
upside,
are getting a bit more than that now, but I mean, it's still. I don't know. Anyway, I'm David Harris. I run Peppercorn Speed Networking and as well. Where we talk about the stuff that's happened in AI generally in the last week, but sometimes not. So, as always, we'll go around and introduce ourselves and what we use, what we what we like about AI, what we use AI for, what we hate about it, anything really. But Steffi,
Well, I love AI because I use it all day, every day. And I'm just putting the final touches to your bot, which is my AI chatbot system built hand in hand with an AI. And I gave it credit on my blog this morning as well. Thank goodness everything OpenAI creates is copyright by the author. So, it's all mine anyway, which is really cool. So, yes, anyway, if anybody's interested, go and have a look at yourbot.uk. It is out there in the wild now, and I'm tweaking it when things happen. So I've been monitoring Lakeshore, David, just to see what's going
yeah,
on.
yeah, because we've been testing it last week on sort of one of my clients. There's a few clients who actually I can use it for, and it's been pretty good so far. So I mean, you know, I mean, Steffi's. If I say one thing about Steffi, if there's any problem at all, she'll fix it almost instantly. So it's always you can I was always 100% confident about using that chatbot for sure.
I was actually fixing a problem before you even knew I had a problem.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. Well,
I told you
in
about it.
problem, yeah. So,
That's why, because I was monitoring it and it was doing something very weird.
yeah, yeah. There's the client hasn't come back to me yet, but I'm sure she would have done if she'd have been unhappy with it. I can see she's been trying it out, so it's
But somebody had a rant at it the other day.
I know.
That's quite funny. And then somebody said that the blonde girl in the office, he really fancies her and can he have her phone number? And that was actually sent overnight to them in the
Oh,
chat
was it?
from,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. That's that'll be Zoe, I should think. But anyway, enough about how this is going out live, isn't it, Dave? Um, Brian.
Yeah, morning all. Let me say at the beginning, I've got to apologise because I have to leave at 10:30. But yeah, so my name's Brian. I use AI pretty much nearly every day, both for things that I do sort of work-wise, but also in personal stuff as well. And after last week, when you recommended Notebook LM, David,
Hmm.
I went on and I've created a course with it using the resources that it goes off and finds itself uh,
Hmm.
for the Atlas browser.
Right.
So that was quite good fun. I haven't done the course yet, but I don't know if it gives me a mark out of 10 at the end or what, but anyway, it was very useful and I really enjoyed last week. I just want to say that as well.
These I don't know. Is the Atlas browser been released yet? The
Yes, it's been out a few weeks now. I've been using the Comet one,
yeah.
and it's very interesting that because I took a subscription out to, I have the cheapest subscription to ChatGPT.
Hmm.
And then when the Comet browser came out, I decided to take out a subscription to Perplexity so I could use the advanced features on the Comet.
Hmm.
I realized I didn't really need them, so I cancelled the subscription and they've given me 2 months for £1. So I thought it was quite a good deal actually. So I signed up for that. But yeah, it's been out. Atlas has been out about probably 3 weeks or something. I'm not sure that it can interact with the web pages as much as the Comet browser can. That's something I want to sort of investigate. But of course, if you use ChatGPT, it remembers all your previous chats from
Hmm.
using the app.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's really useful.
Hmm. Okay. Brilliant. Shirley.
Good morning. I use very little AI unless something forces me to. So still a work in progress. I work in health and wellness. I work mainly with women who want to change their lifestyle because they don't have enough money or they don't have enough time or both. So we work together to find the things that suits them best so that they can live the life they love, which is usually spending more time with their children or their loved ones and having a good time. So that's me. I'm Shirley. I help people to look good, feel fabulous, and live well.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Shirley. Jane.
Yeah, hi everyone. Love to be here as usual. The name's Jane Chakravorty. Sorry, I'm just going to change my view because I don't know what I've done. Anyway, and I work for a company called Invicta Linux, and we provide IT solutions to small and medium-sized businesses with a strong focus on privacy and reliability. So we tend to use Linux and open source systems. And talking of I've just heard Tim Berners-Lee is the guest on Desert Island Discs this week. He's such a lovely man, and he was just talking about how he literally, because he gave it away. He could have been a multi-gazillionaire by now, but he just gave it away because it was for everyone. What good ethics! What a decent man. Oh yes, and I love AI. Use it all the time for just about everything, and I tend to sort of cross-check between the models, so I don't actually subscribe to any of them. I just use, I use Claude or not Pi. We won't discuss Pi. Gemini, and that's version 0.3, I think now, and Grok has been upgraded too. And I think my favourites are Grok and Gemini as well. I think they're pretty good. That's me. Thank you.
Okay, perfect, Jane. Mike.
Yes, hello everybody. I don't know if I get here late or if you lot always arrive early, but I always do the last one come in for some reason.
Oh, Andy's the last one.
Okay, so I'm a financial planner. I'm your financial mentor if you want me. So I'm available for that. I use AI all the time, every day. Slight change in my procedures. I've been using NowSite for the last, 2.5, 3 years. I still use it, but they're not keeping up. They're definitely dropping behind. The speed of change is incredible. And, as fast as you learn something new, it's out of date and something else has come along. But NowSite, who I've been, subscribing to, they're just not moving with the time. So I haven't stopped using them. I've pulled back to the cheapest version possible, and I'm still using them for postings and things like that for the internet. It's still quite good for that. It's still certainly up to date for that. But the other stuff, the more advanced stuff, they're just obsolete. That's all I can say about it. And I don't know what they're going to do or whether they're going to change. But right now they're not good value for money. So I've pulled out of them. But I'm doing more with sort of general branches, and I've got a page full of various companies that I've joined, all free, of course. And I'm working my way through them to see which ones are actually any good and which I should need to follow. That's part of the reason here, of course, is to get more information about what's going on and what's happening in the world. So that's me.
Right, Andy.
Yeah, Andy, help companies get more from their websites. Interesting this week with the Cloudflare outage. Trying to go to Perplexity, and it just gives you that standard Cloudflare message that you've got to sort of disable that. You think that's quite interesting. That we're all at ransom. When one thing goes down, everything else goes down, which is quite terrifying. I'm still looking for that immortal application that allows me to ask it like you would ChatGPT, and everyone's going ChatGPT, and it fights between all the different LLMs. It basically say, I want to know about why leaves are green, and it will go off and it will get them fighting each other to come to the ultimate answer for things.
Oh, wow.
That's what I want, because I'm too lazy to go to each of them and do all that comparison stuff.
Yeah.
David, you've demoed an app that does that, and you can column them up side by side.
You could do some. I think they charge for above a certain level. I think they've got to get better, though, from what I can see.
Yeah, because people tend to just stick to one, don't they? And then, like everyone was saying here, like you use it until it says, oh, you've used up your free allocation until 2 p.m. or something. So then you can just switch to something else.
Well, I've done stuff in ChatGPT this week and then put it into Gemini and also into Claude. And each time you're doing it, they're saying, well, they're a liar. They're a liar. And then it's like coming up with a definitive answer. So you effectively want them to all do their own thing and then get the common ground between them and any nuggets that come out of it.
Yeah. I use Gemini because they give me, because I use Gmail as well, and then you get the a couple of terabytes of extra space with your Google account, and it was £14 a month, and they give you the full version of Gemini as well.
Oh, I've got that, but I struggle with it. I've tried to get that to analyze all my emails and my docs and stuff like that, and I'm failing spectacularly on getting that working in the way I want it to work. It thinks things are important that aren't important.
Yeah. Okay. Shirley says she's got her whole street has gone out power outage.
Oh no, bless her.
Probably all the AI stuff draining it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. She's in a London. Well, she's in Croydon. It's a London borough. I think she's either SW16 or she's CR or something. Okay, so yes, and I'm a web designer by day, and I do use AI a lot, as you'd expect. Been using it mainly for coding and for content writing. So those are my main areas. And obviously, well, not obviously, but I'm using Steffi's chatbot, which is also AI based as well, which is so much better than the old. I mean, I used to use chatbots years ago, and we used to have to create flow diagrams, the size of a house to get with yes, no answers. And now it's so much easier. And what I really like about Steph is the cool way it actually goes around and it'll read the whole website in and build the database from it. So I think that's pretty cool, because people can't be bothered to go around your website.
No, you just want to ask.
If it's not in front of their eyes, then they go somewhere else. So it's I think that's a cool feature. Okay, this week, like we said, it's previously, there's always the best things in sliced bread comes out every week, and there's been, in the last couple of weeks, we had ChatGPT 5.1, which is same as before. It's offering instant and thinking responses, and it decides for you which one you should have, so it's and then sort of Elon Musk's one came out as well, Grok. Is it 4.2? Is it? I haven't played with that one, so it's
it's owned by Elon Musk.
Yeah, and then they said, oh, this one's better than all the others, and then a couple of days ago, Gemini 3 Pro came out, and they said, well, actually, this one's better than all the others. So at the moment, Gemini 3 Pro is the best one out there till probably Tuesday or something, when something else comes out. But they're still pretty good. I'm going to talk a little bit more about Gemini 3 Pro. News this week is the usual stuff with NVIDIA. $57 billion a quarter revenue. Is that a lot of money? I don't know. It's hard to tell these days. When they're talking about investing $1 trillion in chips and things, you think 57 billion? No, that's not that impressive, is it? How are they going to build $1 trillion worth of chips when their revenue is 200 billion? I'm not quite sure. That's revenue, that's not profit. So Magic, exactly. Yeah. So there's and Anthropic got another 15 billion off of Microsoft and NVIDIA. Where they got to me, I can't work it out. It sounds like paper money, just being passed around.
It's corporate accounting.
That's all they're doing. They're just passing it around to each other, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. I've got this.
The reports are definitely saying a bubble is formed, and we can expect a crash anytime soon.
There's like a circular investments where they're all investing in each other. So I know we talked about that before. So it's obviously sort of data centers are the hottest property. It's no longer that London flat with a working Wi-Fi and a kettle. It's now it's now a data center. And Project Prometheus. Does anyone remember a film years and years ago, like maybe 30, 40 years ago, where this computer was running, I don't know if it was running the world or running a corporation, and it decided to have a child, and it trapped a woman in the house, and it was making this, it was gonna create its own child. But I think the computer was called Prometheus, or something like
Sounds
that.
like a
So,
space.
so what drugs are you on, David? Just let us know.
I'll find that film. And it's anyway.
Wasn't Robert Vaughan the voice of the computer?
Hmm? It
Wasn't Robert Vaughan the voice of the
could
computer?
well have been, yeah, yeah. It was that long ago. It was
Well,
kind of it was
I was going
quite
to say, Jane's going to search for it now.
Yeah, I've got to, because it's sort of familiar. Something about it is very familiar.
it might not be
Anyway,
called Prometheus. Anyway, Jeff Bezos has come up with Project Prometheus. So he just said, "Hey, I think we should start an AI that targets manufacturing and robotics." And immediately people stumped up $6.2 billion to help start it up. I think, well, so
Jane, if you're searching, it's Proteus 4 was the film.
yeah, it was called Demon Seed.
Demon Seed, that's
Oh,
Ooh.
I've heard that. Yes, that's
Well,
right.
that
Yeah,
is
yeah, it was quite famous, wasn't it? That's why,
Yeah.
yeah.
film, isn't it? James Vaughan.
It was James Vaughan doing the voice of the computer. He was, yeah. Apparently, anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's what it was called.
Demon Seed. I'll have to
Fascinating.
look that up again, because it was like an AI
Yeah.
computer, and even though it was, what year was it made? Does it say? Is it
1977.
77? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's obviously way before AI. Well,
Yeah.
not unless you go back to the ancient Greeks. But
AI was around in the 70s. It wasn't.
Mm.
It was all progressing really well until Terminator came out. That was when
Yeah.
everyone was terrified of AI. And they was, oh no, we should stop doing it. So we entered like an AI desert in the 80s and 90s. But it was all chugging along quite nicely up until then.
yeah.
Just ask, I don't know if other people find this, but when I talk to people about AI and I that's my enthusiasm for it, they may have seen something on TV or read something, and then they say it always finishes with the sentence, "I think it's scary." What do other? Because to my mind, any tool that human beings make is scary. I mean, a hammer can build a cathedral or bump somebody on the head. I mean, that's scary. How do people answer that? Do they say? I mean, what do you just let people get on with it, or because to my mind, people are just closing their minds to some of this.
Yeah.
I suspect a lot of them actually seen things like Terminator and other stuff, and they're reacting because of that.
It's like people always say in the media, despite Brexit,
Yeah.
media get a bee in the bonnet about something, and they just, always produce the negative story about it.
I think most of us here sort of regard AI as a tool. I think it's when people start looking at it as a friend or a god, then that's where the problem starts.
I see
Brian, just say to him, is it any scarier than the people we've got in charge of various places around the world?
Or the American president.
That's
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
If you want to be scared, think about nuclear weapons. I mean,
Yeah.
talking about being scared. I watched a Dispatches program on Channel 4 this week, actually, where they had AI avatars for everybody. And it was all a bit sort of, all this music was about, well, are we all going to be replaced? And I just thought, well, you haven't talked about taxi drivers, you haven't talked about builders, you haven't talked about people painting pictures. Are they going to be replaced anytime soon? I don't think so. But anyway, That was by the by. Sorry, I interrupted you, Flo.
Well, taxi drivers will be, won't they, with the motorbike taxis? But
Taxes are gone.
yeah,
Yeah, true, I suppose. Yeah, that was not a good example. Sorry.
Not a good example.
Because I said that hairdressers will never be replaced, and then on YouTube I saw this, like they put a crash helmet on this guy and it went.
Yeah, and it was just because
he was a really trusting guy, because I wouldn't have had that thing on it, you know.
you wouldn't have been invited.
That's right. I wouldn't have bothered, no.
Oh,
But
cruel.
give you a number 0.25 cut or something, you know. It's
Yeah.
so I don't know. I see somebody uses Claude to hack into someone's commercial computers. You know, so these hackers managed to persuade Claude to hack into a company computer. So that's quite it's doing like a jailbreak or whatever. It's interesting that it was persuaded to do something illegal. It's a failure of logic, probably. Yeah, so that's it. I'm not going to do.
Was that the one where Claude identified the problem before it became a bigger problem?
I don't know the full backstory of that one, actually.
There was one where it was just going off into something really major was being built using Claude stuff, and they themselves identified it before it actually kicked off. It was just basically saying that it's coming. Whatever's going to hit us all is coming at some point.
Right, yeah. So there's yeah, I think I'll have to look at the backstory of that one, but it was basically, I mean, the way I read it, it was just that they were actually hackers and they managed to get Claude to do the hacking for them, you know. So this is how I read it, but we'll look into that. Okay, so Gemini 3, I think is pretty good. It's available to everyone, even the free accounts. Although I think it's quite limited to free accounts. You only get like a few goes, and then it'll switch back to the previous model. And I think it switches back without you knowing about it. So you think you're using Gemini 3, and you're actually using something else. So I think that's there. The main advantage, it's got a massive context window. It's got a 1 million token context window, which is extremely large. And it can handle videos. You can give it a 1 hour long video. It doesn't need the script or anything. It will just read through the video and give you all the context, and then you can query that video in the same way you do Notebook LM, but you can do it within the Gemini thing, which is way above what any other AI can do at the moment. Anyway, until next week probably. But but that's kind of a remarkable amount of data. I don't know, that would be several books, you know. That would be, 1 million. I don't know how to put that into Steffi might have a better idea, because you deal in these context windows, don't you? A 1 million token context window is quite large, isn't it? So
It's absolutely huge.
yeah. So,
I mean, I wouldn't want to send 1 million tokens over because it would cost a bloody fortune, but do it. You certainly can.
yeah. So it,
OpenAI 4.1 will do 1 million.
right. Yeah.
So I mean, that's quite a cheap. Sorry, 4.1 mini is 1 million, so that's quite a cheap product. But I still wouldn't want to send 1 million tokens.
No, but it's several books, isn't it, of data. If you were putting it into terms of a novel or something, it would be like quite a lot of novels.
The thing to remember, one token is generally 4 characters.
Mm,
If you're sending 1 million tokens into context window, that's 4 million character data set,
right.
which is
I put
bloody.
this into Notebook LM now. This is This is the history of Croydon Spiritualist Church. It's a really long and really boring book, right? 750 pages of minutes from committee meetings from the last 100 years, right? So as you can imagine, it's pretty dry, but you can put it into Notebook, something like this, into Notebook LM, and then you can actually generate stories from it. So you can actually generate articles using the raw, boring sort of minutes. You can then turn it into events that happened, things that happened between the war. How did it cope with the war? Things like this that there are, and it can generate like quite a readable blog using what is terrible data. It's not terrible data, but it's not. You wouldn't. I'm sort of big up to the guy that actually, Alan Seymour. You know him, don't you, Brian? He wrote this book, so I mean it was a work of love rather than need, I think.
But it
So
is interesting, isn't it? Because you take something like that that seems quite dry, but if Notebook LM can pick out something like on this day in 1945, this was being discussed, and then spin something out of that, that's got some interest to it.
yeah, and there
So-
are like little stories that you get, like the president was shagging the secretary, and it's that they both had to step down, and it was like a big scandal at the time, but they tried to cover it over. There was kind of a
That's in it, is it?
yeah.
Where can I buy a
Wow.
copy?
But it's kind of a
soap opera there, isn't there?
yeah. So there are stories you extract from there. So anyway, enough of that one. What else can Gemini do? So yeah, the video. I mean, I think the video is a really sort of remarkable one because it's I don't know any others that ever done that before, so I can see that being useful. And all the other things are just upgrades on what it's already got. Can do it can create a 30-second social media clip generations, which I haven't tried yet because it's only I think I only was aware of it since yesterday or the day before. So it's yeah, so I think it's going to be worth doing it. And the nano banana as well um, is the image creator. So I think that's quite good. What did I create yesterday? You could do this now, aren't you? Oh, we tried creating a product, or I tried creating a product last night. It was just like a fun thing, sort of making up a product that doesn't exist or that shouldn't exist. So so I oh, shit. Okay. Can you see that? There's I said I asked it to create an, an image to create a product of a cross between a hammer and a pencil. I said, and it's come out with a pen. So then
I love the name.
yeah. So then I've asked it to create a create a poster to sell it, and it's the Execu Smash 3000. I just delete your mistakes when you can destroy them.
That's really good.
Crafted from aerospace grade titanium and Italian resin. This is the only writing implement designed for aggressive brainstorming. Right.
Excellent.
The deal, hammer it home. So I mean, it's kind of, it was kind of just demoing the abilities of Gemini to create like a marketing campaign, if you like. And but you can but I was going to try that. So all we need to do is just think of two products that shouldn't be together and just make one up.
So did you give Gemini free reign, David? So it's created that's pretty. I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? Because I found there's a distinct lack of humour. It seems to be across AI, isn't there?
Well, it can be. It can be. So I mean, you can, but there is lots of there is humour around if you look for it. Or if you're asked for it. Can you see that scribbled diffusion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
It's called scribblediffusion.com. So you can draw something. I'm a crap drawer in real life with a mouse, and so if I did my house is going to look like a witch. I know it.
I'm getting a flashback to play school.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Around.
Here we go. So is a house.
Let's look through the broken window.
Let's put a couple of trees there. And I'll say create a cozy cottage in the woods. There you go. It'll transform my artwork into something that looks a bit better than that.
Well,
Maybe that's hard to believe. But there's
Certainly building the tension here, isn't it?
I know.
I hope it's good. If it's rubbish, then I'm just going to laugh at it.
It should be okay.
It'd be interesting if it showed its thinking. It says something like, "This looks like it's been created by a 5-year-old child."
Or the classic line, "Are you on drugs, David?"
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's kind of
Well, it's not bad as a first attempt.
no. It's a bit. I'm not sure this house is viable. I mean, what's going on?
Yes, but I don't know.
Held up in my hand. It's if it was, if it wasn't going to fall down, I think quite like. So there is humour out there if you want to find it.
Yeah. I've got that written down. I shall amuse myself.
Yeah, so you can create there's and you can ask you could ask Gemini for a business pitch or something and make it dramatic, do it in a so if I was to let me share my screen. So say if I'll use Gemini if I can find it. So let's I am a WordPress web designer. I need a 60-second pitch for a business networking meeting. Right, and I'm using pitch style of
Terry
Pratchett.
Terry Pratchett.
Terry Pratchett.
Oh, this cat is so annoying. Why?
Should I do fast or thinking? I think thinking's better because with writing I found because it's it's for composing and things like that for normal. If you just want quick answers, then
could you also have inserted links there to your website, for instance, to give it a better overview of the flavour of you, as it were, and what you do?
Yeah.
Would that be useful?
Yeah, I suppose, yes, you could. Yes, yeah, yeah. No, I was
Yeah, yeah, I like the way it's talking about golems.
yeah, yeah. I think that would lose a lot of people. And there's, yeah, especially I do
Artificer.
think specialize in WordPress. I think a WordPress is a very large, very powerful golem. If you know what golem is, if you put the wrong scroll in its head, it will blunder through your village. In this case, your business, knock over the vegetable cart, and accidentally sell your customers a 404 error instead of your services. So I guess it's so it will do there because I was going to do it in the do another in East. I was going to do a town crier,
I
but
love that
do
last footnote. That sounds like my life.
an overly excited hitman. So I mean, it's so I think it's so you can and you can if you tell it to be humorous, it's sometimes not. So you do have to. I do find you have to edit it manually. But I mean, I don't just build websites. I build digital rocket ships.
I can see me doing that.
I take WordPress that they pitch
Oh,
me the world and inject it with nitro. I'm talking blazing fast speeds. No, you're not with WordPress. Actually, that would be a lie. But you know, who said you got to tell the truth when you're doing your elevator pitch? Um, talking design so clean they sparkle. So yeah.
You could take this further though, because if you've got a website page to say your services,
Mm,
and you could give people a choice of how they want to find out about your services. So they could say, "Oh, I'm in the trades, or I'm in this, I'm in whatever," and it could just whatever they press, it then generates something like this for them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. Yeah, yeah. So I look around the room. I see winners. I see legends. But is your website a legend? Is that a nap? What does that mean? NAP to me is name, address, phone number. So it's um, right now millions of customers are scrolling and they're hungry. And if they land on their page and it loads slower than a sloth in a molasses swamp, you're losing money. Oh, well, yeah, I can see that.
I can see the style of it. I mean, at the end, go, let's get digital. You know, people will be sitting in the room going, oh my God.
Yeah. But it is that is about sort of setting, you know, you can set you can set whatever tone you like, can't you? You know, and people, you know, as Jane was alluding, people do like humour. You know, you're more likely to engage them, but you've also got to be offering value as well, don't you? So I mean, it's got to be kind of a somewhere in between, I guess. So there's, it's it's one of those things of not being boring, but but yeah, not being boring and doing the other one. What's the no? Okay. Um, I wanted to try a real world task because I've got this book. It's got songs in it, and it's just a load of it's an old. It's about 15 years old. I found it in a cupboard, and I want to keep the songs. Have got you know that they're boring sort of old pop songs. You know, love changes everything, wind between my wings, and all those. But I want these in a. Yeah, I just want to create my own booklet using these songs, but I will need different pictures and different it's got quotes at the bottom, things like that I want to change. So I just want to keep the words. So what I've done is it's about 9 double-sided A4 sheets folded in half like this. And ideally I could get in if I can get it into Publisher. without too much effort, that would be pretty awesome, because then I could change the pictures and change everything. And I was just wondering if Gemini or any other AI could do that for me. So I'm gonna, and I haven't tried it yet, so I was just gonna see if I could actually do it. Now we've got Gemini 3, which is the kid on the block, apparently. So I've scanned all those images in, so you don't have to watch me scan those in. So I'm going to drop in. I'm going to drop all the scans in. So there's, I think that's all now. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 10 times. And there's 4 on a page. That sounds about right. Okay. Need. This is a scan a music book. It's an A5.
Isn't it? Wouldn't it be easier to say it was a hymn book or a song book?
Yeah, yeah.
With music, it might think, where are the notes?
Right. Okay. Yeah. Songbook. There you go. Of an A5 songbook. Comprising of A4 sheets. I want to recreate this in Publisher. Right. And you do for me. What basically want to know is, can it turn this into can it OCR it and turn it into a pub file without me having to do anything, which would be it'll probably tell me to go somewhere else. Assessing the request scope. So okay, it's devising a plan, so it doesn't. Okay, so it's I cannot create or export publisher file directly. Okay. Okay, so basically what it's done, it's OCR'd all the, it's basically OCR'd all the pages. So then I can copy and paste those into Publisher, which is like a halfway, it's like a halfway house thing. So it's so it's not going to do it for me, basically. So it's I'm going to have to create my own Publisher file. Okay. So I don't think that would have been interesting if it had done it and exported me a Publisher file. I don't know if any of the others will. I might try ChatGPT later, see if that does it.
Have a look at a product called gamma.app, gamma.app,
Yeah.
which apparently does that. I haven't tried it, I just had a little play with it.
Yeah.
It apparently will take your text and turn it into a booklet form for you.
Okay, because I've got a Gamma account. If I did a new Gamma, document.
Now, wouldn't that be interesting? An extension in your browser that everything you're doing, it looks out for it and it goes off and says, have you tried using that to do that?
Yeah. So there's I'd have to spend some time looking at this. So so if I create a new AI, import file over so I wonder if it would take JPEGs. Didn't mention JPEGs, but there's documents. What's it called? Scan documents, isn't it? On a why isn't it there? It's it on a. Oh, it's not one of the. It won't take JPEGs. They've got to be PDFs. All right. Yeah. So, can you convert my original APG files to PDF? Be good if it could just be good if it could do that. So I mean, it's it'll provide incomprehensive solutions, so it's not actually going to do it. So okay, I didn't think about doing that, so I've got to highlight all the documents in my folder.
Right, you know you're not sharing the screen.
Yes.
No. Okay.
Not really saving time, is it?
No, maybe not. There's I think it would be Microsoft Print PDF.
It is, yeah, I sometimes find I go down an AI route. I'm trying to do things and I spend hours and think, why did I do that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
A doom loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a number of those when I was coding the software. It comes up with an idea, it actually makes it worse. So you tell it that didn't work, and it tries something else, else, and it rolls back to the original that caused the problem.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
No,
okay.
with coding, because it sort of undoes what the last thing it did and puts something new in, and you just end up telling it, well, you changed that, but now you've reverted that bit, and now it's spent hours arguing with it. But I don't know about anybody else, but I get this thing in my head, and where it's like, I'm going to make you do it properly, and I just keep going until it gets it right. I'm not letting you off the hook until you've done it.
Yeah. I always
wasted a whole day on my own time, you know.
I always say to it now, because I mean we've got this understanding, say, no, we're in a doom loop. Let's think outside the box and approach it way.
Yeah.
And they go, all right, well, let's have a look at it. And that invariably triggers something in my brain. Have you thought about doing it this way? Oh yeah, we could do it that way. That would work totally.
Yeah. I just asked Gemini to turn them all into a PDF, my original documents into PDFs. And it said, well, why don't you just highlight them all, right click on it and say print and print to a PDF, which is what I've done. So it's so that was the easiest solution. So that now now I've got a PDF, I should be able to use Gamma. Where did I do? It's that. So if we go back to Gamma, if I upload a file, I think I put it on desktop, songs. Right. Um, sometimes they stifle, they choke your upload, don't they? So you don't take up too much of their resources. So it's so it should so then all I've got to say is turn this into an A4 booklet, an A5 booklet. See if it's it probably won't. It'll probably turn each page into an A5. But yeah, sort of Gamma are getting more and more little tools. I know you can create, obviously you can create websites with it and documents. And then what you like to do, create a document. Right. It doesn't need to be 10, it needs to be more than that. Okay. I'm just going to generate and see what it comes up with. So I don't think it's going to be quite.
Hello.
It's not really a document. Okay, let's knock that on the head. We'll do that. We'll do that another time. Or perhaps we won't. Perhaps I'll do what it says in the first place. I think it's going to be quicker for me to just generate a new publisher document and paste in what I want and do what it said to start with. I think that was probably good advice. Like it's created if it can't output the document itself. Okay, so let's. That was a real world task. We're not going to do that. So, has anybody else used Atlas? Because I didn't think it was available. Is it?
I've not seen it. I used it.
It's through ChatGPT, and I know in other places it's got. Let me just have a quick look, see if it's at the top. It normally comes up at the top of ChatGPT, doesn't it? When it's got.
Oh, it's only macOS still for download.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Apparently, it's exclusively for Mac. With
Brian says he's been using it, so I don't know how.
Do you use a Mac?
Unless it thinks it's in America.
Well, this is the AI overview, so it's Gemini. So it says it's launched exclusively for macOS in October 2000 this year, with Windows, iOS, and Android versions planned for future releases. So yeah, that's weird. He did mention that though, didn't he?
Yeah, but it's perhaps he's got it on his Mac.
Yeah.
Because it's because originally, I mean, it just wasn't available in the UK because go through the usual privacy checks and things. So, but I don't know why, because
Sora 2 is still not available in the UK.
no,
But
which would be good. I mean, comments seem to come out straight away everywhere. So, I still use Comet. I'm still using it for I've only probably there are other things that are better, but I've found it quite useful for interrogating my Gmail
Yeah.
or finding it's quicker to find stuff with Comet than it is to try and find it in Gmail, you know. It's, I say, hey, give me a listen.
I want a text editor for my website that has ChatGPT built into it, because copying and pasting code between my code editors and GPT is a pain in the bum, and I want it to work directly on the code. And I can't find anything that does it. There's loads of full stack systems that do it, GitHubs and Slacks. And I just want a straightforward, something like Expression Web that has a Chat GPT window in it that can interact with itself.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I might write it myself.
Yeah, then you're actually working on it on the fly then, aren't you? And with you know, like it's like a true collaboration then, isn't it? Rather than pasting it in.
Well, that's the thing I realized. I mean, you know, I consider ChatGPT my code buddy, so we're equal partners in it. But there's still that disconnect between the code and ChatGPT. So I'm forever copying and pasting, copy and paste it. I would rather just say, look at that code, tell me what's wrong with it and fix it.
Yeah.
And it does it there and then, you know, and that's what I need, I think. But I'm just wondering whether I could actually write that myself as a web app. Possibly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Might be. I'll have a chat with that GPT and see what it says.
Yeah. You can do it, yeah. Because that is yeah, that would be pretty good for loads of people. Loads of people would find that useful. And
yeah,
you can get one that'll actually read your screen, you know, that'll actually like it's looking over your shoulder and you can be asking it things in your
not necessarily that. I mean, it's just literally here's your file system. You double click to open it, reads it into a text file, and then ChatGPT is sitting over here and it knows what's in the text area, you know, so it can interact directly with it. And I'm going to have a conversation with it later to see if that's actually something I could create.
When it says, "Hey, you missed the semicolon there."
Yeah, I mean, it's simple as that.
The way up, while you're actually keying it in, or while you're actually
because it's language agnostic. It should just using PHP or using ASP or whatever, doesn't matter, because you're not doing anything fancy with it. You're just working on raw code and HTML and stuff like that. So I can't see any reason why I couldn't write something like that. And it can just be a couple of files that you install on an empty web server and it just runs, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm sure that's got to be
yeah.
It sounds such an obvious application, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know.
But it's seems like it's amazing it's not there already, you know. So sure it would be. Have you keyed it into ChatGPT and said, "Hey, I want this"?
I'm typing it in right now.
And it'll say, "Yeah, actually, there is one out there you can use. It's it's £100 a month."
Yeah, no, I mean mine would be you just buy it.
Yeah. So, but then I suppose some things, as long as you make your money back on them, they're okay. But sometimes we don't, do we? So it's yeah, right. Yeah, I've got these. Actually, I'll speak to you, Andy, at some point because about something else because I've got clients who are keen on SEO and I'm not. So it's
you've got to be a sick sort of person to do it.
Yeah. So I'll have a word with you maybe on Monday and then I'll see if I
yeah thanks yeah cool
sort of at least refer them on, at least so they know what
they're
doing, because I think it's not something that I want to do, and it's a bit of a rabbit hole, isn't it? You know, like when you create
it links into everything else so much, into content and everything.
Yeah.
Sorry, someone at the door there. I disappeared.
Okay, no worries.
It wasn't the Terminator, was it?
Yeah.
Welcome to the 80s.
It was Amazon, would you believe?
Oh, second close, I suppose.
I've got an Amazon. What's it called? pretty good. I was trying to get
Tablet.
Dropbox on it, but you can get stuff on it if it's Android, but you have to work at it. There's nothing. It's one of those they're cheap tablets you get from Amazon.
Oh, the Fire ones,
Fire thing, Fire
not
tablet.
the Fire Stick that you get the dodgy or don't get dodgy telly on.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, we use the Fire Stick all the time for our because we don't.
Is that Steffi?
I love my Fire Stick. Works beautifully.
Yeah, we've got all the apps on it, so it's yeah, and it works pretty fast as well if you get a newer one. Whatever it is, version 3 or whatever it is. But anyway, it's professional. Anyway, thanks for coming along today. I'm going to stop the recording.